Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to the YouTube channel of PRATHAM Test Prep. Myself Juhi Sharma, and here we are with yet another current affairs session which will cover the current affairs from the 8th of August to the 14th of August. Yes, in this particular session we will be covering current affairs of the second week of August. Right, we'll be covering current affairs of the second week of August. Right. So for all of you, just to let you guys know that we will be doing these current affairs sessions on every Monday and Friday at 8:30 p.m. Yes, every Monday and Friday we'll be doing these sessions at 8:30 p.m. Okay. So you have to be ready with your current affairs sessions. You have to be ready with your notebooks. If you want to make notes, you can. And if you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to PRATHAM Test Prep's channel if you haven't done already. And let's quickly move on to the very first news, that what had happened from the 8th of August to the 14th of August. The first news we have is International Youth Day observed on the 12th of August, right? So International Youth Day, it was observed on the 12th of August. Now this is a news of important days. Okay, this is a news of what? This is a news of important days, that International Youth Day is observed on the 12th of August. Now whenever we are doing any important day, what we do, we cover two things. We do the day and then we do the theme. These are the two things that we do: important day and theme, right? So this is the two things that we need to cover. Now International Youth Day is observed on 12th of August. Now what is International Youth Day? International Youth Day is a day which celebrates the young people, right? Now this particular day was established by UNGA, which is United Nations General Assembly. And where are the headquarters of UNGA? The headquarters of UNGA is in where? The headquarters of UNGA is in New York, right? Now this particular International Youth Day does what? It actually highlights the issue which are faced by the young people across the world, right? So all the issues faced by the young people across the world are highlighted by this International Youth Day. This particular day was observed by UNGA, which is United Nations General Assembly. Okay, and this for the first time got started in the year 1965. Basically what they do is they highlight the role of youth, like why youth is important in education, why youth is important in sustainable development, why youth is important in global peace, social justice, inclusiveness. All these things are there. All these things are the matters which are highlighted in this particular day, right? So these things are highlighted: inclusiveness, social justice, global peace, etc. Okay, now you need to know that what is the theme of International Youth Day. So the theme of International Youth Day is what? Is actually intergenerational solidarity, creating a world of all ages, right? The theme is intergenerational solidarity, creating the world for all ages. So this is actually the theme of the 2022 International Youth Day. I hope it is clear. So it is what? It is one of the important days. Moving on to the next news, we have world's highest railway bridge over Chenab inaugurated in Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, so this is the highest railway bridge. कहाँ पर हुआ है? Basically it is inaugurated in Jammu and Kashmir's Rasi. Right, it is a place. It is also known as the golden joint of the Chenab railway bridge. Okay, what it is also known as? It is also known as the golden joint of Chenab railway bridge. Right, now this particular railway bridge was constructed to link the disparate parts of Jammu and Kashmir, right? That was inaugurated, and this golden joint connects the two ends of the deck, right? And it is what? It is the highest railway bridge of the world. ठीक है. Now आपको ये जानना है कि इस पर्टिकुलर रेलवे ब्रिज का कितना लेंथ है, कहाँ पर ये आपका लोकेटेड हुआ है. सिंपल सी बात है, अगर चेनाब ब्रिज की बात हो रही है तो कहाँ पर आपका होगा? चेनाब ब्रिज की बात हो रही है तो कहाँ पर आपका होगा? ये आपका बेसिकली होगा टुवर्ड्स वेयर? इट विल हैपन टुवर्ड्स, so it will be situated on the Chenab riverbed, right? So it is located where? It is located in the Chenab riverbed, right? Now height क्या है? It is situated at a 30 meter higher Eiffel Tower in the Paris Tower, right? It is slightly higher than the Eiffel Tower which is there in Paris, right? Now this Chenab bridge is what? It is a very famous bridge in Jammu and Kashmir, and बहुत सारे इंजीनियर्स एक साथ आए थे, बहुत सारी इंट्रिकेट लेवल की इंजीनियरिंग हुई थी, राइट? एंड उसके बाद क्या करना है? उसके बाद आपको ये करना है कि बहुत ही इंट्रिकेट लेवल की इंजीनियरिंग यहाँ पर हुई थी, एंड बहुत सारे जो चैलेंजेस थे वो क्या हुए थे? वो ओवरकम किए गए थे, right? They had to overcome a lot of challenges, they had to do a lot of intricate level of engineering, and then they did what? They inaugurated, they made this Chenab bridge. Okay, now the bridge forms a link between, there's a 111 kilometer का stretch from Katra to Banihal, so it was a link between these two things. Now ये जो है आपका कश्मीर रेलवे प्रोजेक्ट के अंडर आता है, एंड ये पहली बार है, दिस इज फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम दैट सच अ थिंग हैज हैपेंड, राइट? क्या हुआ है आपका बेसिकली क्या हुआ है? फर्स्ट टाइम सच अ थिंग हैज हैपेंड इंडिपेंडेंस के बाद कि श्रीनगर जो है वो डायरेक्टली लिंक किया गया किससे? टू द रेस्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, राइट? श्रीनगर हैज़ बीन लिंक टू द रेस्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, ओके, रेस्ट ऑफ द इंडिया, सॉरी, आफ्टर दिस पर्टिकुलर ओवर आर्क टेक, राइट? एंड इट इज़ वर्ल्ड का हाइएस्ट सिंगल आर्क रेलवे ब्रिज ओवर द चेनाब रिवर, दैट वॉज वॉट? दैट वॉज रिसेंटली लॉन्च्ड, ओके? नाउ the next news we have is news number 3, that is Union Minister Jitendra Singh launched India ka first saline water LED lamps Roshni. Now these particular LED lamps was what? These particular LED lamps were launched by Union Minister Jitendra Singh, right? So Union Minister Jitendra Singh launched the first LED lamp which were known as Roshni, and this is India ka first saline water LED lamps, okay? Now it is first of its kind lantern. What is it? It is first of its kind lantern, and the name of this is given as Roshni, right? So this is operated and used by the National Institute of Ocean Technology, which is NIOT, right? Now this is what, hi Gitanjali, how are you? So this is what actually this saline water lantern will bring the ease of living basically for the poor and needy people. It will be very very helpful for the poor and the needy people, especially the community जो फिशिंग करती है, राइट? जितने भी आपके फिशरमैन हैं उस कम्युनिटी के लिए बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा है, बिकॉज इट विल गिव देम अ स्टैंडर्ड लेवल ऑफ लिविंग, राइट? एंड कितना कोस्ट लाइन है? ये आपका होगा पूरा 7500 किलोमीटर लॉन्ग कोस्ट लाइन ऑफ इंडिया। वहाँ पर आपका ये सर जो सेलाइन वाटर लैंटेन है, इट विल बी हेल्पफुल फॉर द पीपल, फॉर द पुअर एंड द नीडी पीपल, राइट? नाउ इफ़ यू गाइज नो कि प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी जी ने एक स्कीम लॉन्च की थी विच इज़ नोन एज दी उजाला स्कीम, जहाँ पर वो लोग क्या करते थे? जहाँ पे दे यूज टू डिस्ट्रीब्यूट द LED बल्ब्स। 2015 में आपकी उजाला स्कीम जो थी वो आपकी लॉन्च हुई थी, जहाँ पे प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी ने क्या किया था? LED बल्ब्स अक्रॉस द कंट्री डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किए थे। नाउ यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि आप कंफ्यूज मत होइए बिटवीन उजाला स्कीम एंड उज्ज्वला योजना। आपको इन दोनों के बीच में कंफ्यूज बिल्कुल नहीं होना है, राइट? उजाला स्कीम इज रिलेटेड टू द डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ LED बल्ब्स, एंड उज्ज्वला योजना इज रिलेटेड टू व्हाट? उज्ज्वला योजना इज रिलेटेड टू द LPG सिलेंडर्स, राइट? तो ये जो आपका सलीन वाटर लैंटेन है, ये क्या करेगा? ये उजाला स्कीम को भी बूस्ट करेगा और उसका भी ग्रोथ के लिए बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा दिस लैंटेन विल बी हेल्पफुल, right? So this was all about the Union Minister's launching of the Roshni, which is India ka first saline water LED lamps. Now moving on, we have the next news. Jagdeep Dhankar elected as the 14th Vice President of India. Yes, Mr. Jagdeep Dhankar, who was the former Governor of West Bengal and he was the NDA candidate, he has been appointed as what? He has been appointed as the Vice President of India. Yes, Mr. Jagdeep Dhankar has been appointed as the Vice President of India. Now we know that recently presidential elections were conducted, and Madam Draupadi Murmu has been elected as the President of India, right? She was the first tribal president, the second woman president after Mrs. Pratibha Patil ji, and yes, now the Vice President of India is Mr. Jagdeep Dhankar. Now whenever you are doing any important appointments, you need to know that what you should be doing, that this particular person succeeded whom. So this particular person succeeded former Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu, right? He succeeded former Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu. Now if somebody asks you that Mr. Jagdeep Dhankar is basically from which place, so he was born in Rajasthan's Junjunu district, and later on he went to Chittorgarh Sainik School Chittorgarh, where he completed his education. So 14th Vice President of India, Mr. Jagdeep Dhankar. Moving on to the next slide, we have Rishabh Pant appointed as the brand ambassador of Uttarakhand. Right now, we know that such questions are super important. Such news are very important. That who has been appointed as the 14th as the brand ambassador of Uttarakhand? It is basically Rishabh Pant, right? So who has appointed him? Chief Minister of Uttarakhand, whose name is Pushkar Singh Dhami, has appointed cricketer Rishabh Pant as the brand ambassador of the state. Right now, Rishabh Pant is basically a native of Uttarakhand, and that is the reason of why he's also a very good cricketer. We know that he plays in the Indian cricket team. And next we have is that he is just at the age of 24, he was appointed as the brand ambassador, right? He has also captained the Delhi Capitals team in the IPL season as well, and India's biggest match winners in a while. He has been there, and yes, so he has all the reasons to become the brand ambassador of Uttarakhand, and it is Rishabh Pant. Moving on, we have the next news. Professor Ramadhar Singh becomes first Indian social psychologist on US Heritage Wall of Fame. Now we always say that whenever we have any Indian appointed or any Indian who has made to the list of any important international bank or organization or agency, that news becomes important. So Professor Ramadhar Singh becomes what? He becomes the first Indian social psychologist on the US Heritage Wall of Fame. Now he was actually basically of the Society for Personality and Social Psychology in the United States, and there he has become what? He has become the first Indian on that particular Wall of Fame. Currently he is a professor at Amrit Modi School of Management, which is basically the Ahmedabad University, and he has been a researcher in the field of psychology and management for a long period of time. And now in this particular news, what is super important is just the name of the person. Professor Ramadhar Singh becomes the first Indian social psychologist on the US Heritage Wall of Fame. Moving on, we have the next news. Shashi Tharoor honored with highest French civilian honor, Chevalier de la Légion d'Honneur. Right, so this is actually the name of the honor. Right, this is a French name. It is a French name. It is Chevalier de la Légion d'Honneur, which is the highest civilian honor. Now, why French government has decided to bestow this particular award on Shashi Tharoor? Because of his writings, right? That is the reason why he has been given this particular honor. Now, what is this Chevalier de la Légion d'Honneur means? This particular honor means the Knight of the National Order of the French Legion of Honor. Right, at the first time it was constituted by Napoleon Bonaparte, right, and this particular thing is given to the people irrespective of their expertise, irrespective of their nationality. Doesn't have to be a French citizen, right, to be bestowed upon this thing. So it is given irrespective of each and everything, and the French government has decided to award the Congress leader for his writings and speeches, as I've already told you. And not only the French government, even the Spanish government has bestowed an honor on Shashi Tharoor. Right, he had got the Royal and Distinguished Spanish Order of Charles II, which was established by the King of Spain, Charles III. This particular honor was bestowed upon him in the year 2010. So this is important. Moving on to the next news, we have tennis star Serena Williams announced to retire after US Open. Yes, Serena Williams, we know Serena Williams by the sister duo Serena Williams and Williams, right? So we know them by this. So Serena Williams, who's a tennis star, she has announced a retirement from tennis, and she will be retiring from active tennis after the US Open, and this US Open will get conducted late August to September. The US Open will get conducted, right? She will say goodbye after 22 years of playing. Yes, she has played tennis for 22 years. She has started playing tennis professionally in 1995, right? Moving on, we have BCCI confirmed inaugural edition of Women's IPL to be held in March 2023. So BCCI, the full form of BCCI is Board of Control for Cricket in India, right? So BCCI, they have officially announced, they have officially confirmed that yes, women edition of IPL will be there, and it will be starting from March 2023, and there will be 5 teams. Most likely there will be 5 teams, right? And it will get started in March, as I've told you, and this was announced by the secretary of BCCI, who is Jay Shah, and even the president of BCCI, who is Saurabh Ganguly. They have announced that particular thing, that in the year 2023 WIPL, that is Women IPL, will get started, right? And yes, it is assumed that Mumbai Indians, Rajasthan Royals, Chennai Super Kings, these teams will be buying the Indian teams as well, will be buying the women IPL teams as well, right? Now moving on to the next news, we have Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh released the book Rusty Skies and Golden Winds. Now I have told you that whenever we are doing any books and authors, we have few things we have to do. That is, you should know that name of the book, secondly who is the author of the book, and thirdly you should know the publisher, right? Publisher is also supremely important. They can be asked in some of the questions. Now the Rusty Skies and the Golden Winds, it was written by the 11-year-old Sanidhya Sharma. She is a student of class 7, and this particular book is actually being published by Blue Rose Publishers, right? And it is his collection of poems and the achievements whatever he had made in this rare age, in this tender age. This is all about that. Now this book is actually a collection of 40 poems written by Sanidhya Sharma. So he is in class 7th and he has written 40 poems, and his book, if you can see, the book which was written by him, by the little author, was released or was launched by Dr. Jitendra Singh. With this, we have covered all the super important news of the second week of August. Thank you so much guys for staying tuned. If you like this video, give this a thumbs up. This actually motivates all of us to come up every week, twice a week actually, for you guys and starter, and do a session on current affairs. Thank you so much guys for staying tuned. I shall be meeting you on Monday. Till then, take care, bye bye, good night, and this is Juhi Sharma signing off.